Welcome. I'm your host, Robert Wilson, with My Cowboy Wisdom, presenting 7 ways why decisions and mindset create victim programming. Because I now realize and admit mindsets encompass my viewpoints, opinions, beliefs, my parents' way of life, my yesterday's thinking and knowing, and everything I taught myself from the outside world, and along with all my ancestor anchored survival mode programming and third world enslaving mindsets that's come down and handed down through the years. But what I was never showed is to listen and my intuition, imagination, because I've expanded into that in the last couple of years. But something I understand, that decisions and mindset close off listening. You can hear things, but you ain't listening for the wisdom, insight, and clarity and the intuition in your daily life. And you can never listen, think, know, learn, and expand out of yesterday today. And mindset closes off listening to anything, yet triggers my thinking, knowing mind and clouds my life in the doubts of yesterday. And it's also in the influence of indoctrinated education. Education is all secondhand information. But if you want to control the world, educated people will follow more than people that are sovereign, educated, or showed themselves the way to expand through the world. As education is from external sources, and your insight and your free-flowing energy is internal innovation. So our mindset includes our viewpoints, opinions, ancestor-anchored programming, our parents' way of life, the community's way of thinking, and they are shaped by external sources such as family, society, ancestor, and past experiences. And these influences can create a victim mindset, because when you listen to the media, there is something wrong with everything and everybody except people that think like them. Everything you think and know, and anybody that thinks outside of that, you either say they're goofy, crazy, or they don't know what the hell they're doing. Thinking and knowing is like a bear trap. Once you clamp onto that thinking and knowing, there is no way to rise, shine, and expand out of it. And once you create that victim mindset, that reinforces your limiting beliefs, immaturities, insecurities, drama, trauma, and the way you've reacted to life all your life, and all the negative patterns in that subconscious mind. I was reading something today where 0.006% is your conscious mind, and over 99% is your subconscious mind. Them numbers are a little skewed, but so most of what you do is you live subconsciously. And the thing about reactions or responses, your subconscious mind is in gear way quicker than your thinking memory mind. So the negative patterns in your life are going to respond quicker than the real ones, because we've been using a negative thinking, knowing decisions and a mindset from yesterday. And once that mind is set, it's like quicksand. You just keep going down the rabbit hole of yesterday's, whatever that is, good, bad, or indifferent. And then that inner dialogue starts really winding up that negative patterns and the negative dialogue and all the naysayer within you. And then you start lathering in the blather of burping BS. I know I have. But something I've really opened up to, if I listen for the inspiration, question the situation to comprehend the wisdom, I rise out of the situation with a heavenly heyday. And as I feel the freedom within me, I forever rise of my enterprising prowess. And I took power out of my life because I like the word prowess, because it has adventurous agility and ingenuity for me to move forward. And then when them inner dialogues get going and all the things that happened in your life, the repetition of past thinking and knowing just keeps just keeps winding you up into yesterday. And then a lot of our decisions are based on our viewpoints, opinions, beliefs, and our subconscious mind comfort zone of whatever happened. And then we become afraid of the present moment. The subconscious mind never understands present moment, because the here and now is all you have. But we've been so taught to be in the trap of, oh, if I just change my thinking, well, that thinking has so many layers of yesterday, it's hard to see today. And see, we're attached to our way we respond and react to life because that's what we've done all of our life. And that's something I'm expanding through by understanding that I'm attached to the circumstances with my thinking and knowing. But when I come over here to the now, I can listen, witness, and question it to comprehend the fresh wisdom to express revolutionary revelations to rise me out of it. If you look at the world, it's never risen out of our ancestors' way of life. We've got more modernization, but we're still stuck in it. And one thing about when we get to thinking and knowing, we get caught in the trap of our own victimitis, crapitis, and stay in the victimhood of our own thinking, memory, mind. And then, because most of our beliefs, opinions, and viewpoints are outdated stuff. They're worn out and outdated. And we never can witness and listen to the ever-flowing foresight and enterprising expansion of our daily life. When you listen to your daily life, you'll rise, shine, and expand out of yesterday. I took the word change out of my life. I took the word shift out. I rise, instead of change, I rise to my desired lifestyle. And when it comes to anything else, I leave it go. But when you're trying to change your life, you're stuck in the same thinking, memory, mind that got you into it. And as you're trying to do it, that inner dialogue just keeps rat-a-tatting off. What do you think you're doing? You tried this before and it didn't do anything. Then you end up in the zing-a-ling of yesterday, and it zaps your energy. See, life is like electricity. Electricity flows around the wire, and the outside world actually flows around you on the outside, and all the pure prowess is inside you. But, however, we're so stuck in yesterday, we can't move forward. And the thing about when you rise out of it and you start expressing the fresh foresight, it's above all your friends and family's way of life, and they're going to ridicule you and criticize you. Because if you ain't getting ridiculed and criticized, you're living in yesterday. A little friction from the outside is foresight on the inside. And that's the thing about there's pain and change. Expand is grand to understand and question and listen to your current situations to rise, shine, and enjoy life. And when you're in the thinking, memory, mind, you lack the sovereign confidence to move forward. And see, if you let go and know and use understand, it takes the stubbornness out of you. I understand I'm grand. I galvanize revolutionary acumen, naturally dancing with my dreams. So without So without individualized understanding, we may unconsciously just stay stuck in our victim mindset and our uh, fearful programming. Because the here and now, there is no books for the here and now. It's listening and understanding your intuition, imagination, innovation, and your movie maker magic to rise, shine, and expand. But when you have the victim mindset and the third world enslaving programming, you're afraid of everything here and now. And if you really look at the world today, we're kind of caught up in that third world enslaving programming and our ancestors' survival mode mindsets, because everything beyond that is fresh. And see, you can smell the freshness of spring rains, and that's what wisdom is. It's a fresh rain, revolutionizing adventurous ingenuity now. But see, just take a moment, and let's just smell a fresh spring rain. You remember how that smells? The fragrances of crisp, clean, clear air excites your debonair flair to feel the love, appreciate internal revolutionary energy, to realize and admire you have the daring, the desire to experience your dreams your way. And that's what happens when you rise out of the the victim programming, and the blocking delusions of decisions. Decisions are incision. Choices canonize Hellraiser's optimism, invigorating ceremonious energy. Now, see, the real world, the outside world, is really innocent. Everything we think that's going on out here is our own delusions. Everything going on in the physical world is to show you a better way of life. And it rises you out of the delusional decisions you made in the past, because they're gone. But what keeps them alive is your daily life. The past is kept alive in your daily life because all you have is here and now. And if something's happening out here and you're thinking about something in the past, it's your here and now that wows you back into yesterday. And the mindset that, oh my God, look what I did. You didn't do nothing. All you did was to innovate a life expanding lesson or expansion. The more I'm into self-help, personal growth, self-improvement, and all the psychology stuff, the more I understand it's to keep us stuck in yesterday. Because you can only listen, question, and the here and now. If something's happening and it's got you upset, where is it? But it's here and now. See, the outside world is a book of free-flowing revelations for us to expand, but we're so stuck in what happened yesterday, we're living it today. And you can look at the world. The same stuff that went on in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s is going on today. The same limitations, the same bullshit. We're all stuck in, oh, it's got to be my way or it's war. But war is a misnomer. War is big money. War is actually a business with lots of money involved. The thing that that I understand now is people understand war. We're clueless about peace and prosperity, but we're really highly educated in war, pillage, plunder, and feast and famine, and being taking things away from people. See, it's something I understand. A lot of people ain't going to like this, but college education teaches people how to be fearful and actually stuck in the muck of yesterday. And see, that's something I really understand about mindset and decisions. They're locked and blocked, and it's I'm right, the world's wrong, and my egotistical arrogance is really stuck. College education teaches egotistical fear and know-it-all ignorance. It really does, because you start talking to them. I was talking to a lady today, and I told her I don't do this, and I did some other thing. She says, "I hope you don't limit yourself," and that immediately told me I went above her comfort zone. See, one thing it is easy to get above college-educated comfort zones. I've noticed that in my life, but we're not here to pick on or say anything. You got to realize your education is secondhand information from somebody else. And she also said something. I said, I said the biggest challenge in the world is, she said, I don't use none of my college education. She doesn't even realize she understood didn't understand what I was saying. But recognizing and admitting our conditioned mindsets come from outside sources, and the decisions we make come from our viewpoints, opinions, beliefs, childhood, and everything, but never allows us to take responsibility and understand it's our own thoughts, actions, emotions, and subconscious representations that control today. So when you understand that, you can rise to energize your innovative prowess and open up to choose a pathway of enlightenment or a pathway of liberation to move yourself forward. And see, a thinking, knowing mind never understands liberation, inspiration, imagination, because a thinking, knowing mind is subconscious, frozen in time representations. You got to entertain the brain to liberate the subconscious representations for you to move and expand forward. The impact of mindset on decisions is our mindset directly influences our decisions. And with a victimized mindset and a know-it-all thinking and knowing leads to poor decisions that reinforce helplessness and lack of understanding. See, we never control our life. You'll never control your life because there's too many outside sources. But if you can listen and question and open up a crisp understanding, you can comprehend the here and now wisdom to express your rebel rousing revelations to expand out of yesterday. Education is good, but it's just a format. And when you think you're smarter than somebody and you know more than somebody, that's your egotistical arrogance stopping you from moving forward. Because everybody knows and understands something you don't. I know everybody understands something I never have experienced. And when I can understand that experience and get that wisdom, I move myself forward. And something else I did is I let go of the word positive for the word inspired. Inspired aspires me to light the fire of desire, dawning everyday splendor, invigorating rebellious energy, opening up my innovative prowess to wow me to wander through life with the greatest of ease. As I eavesdrop on the world, I liberate my ingenuity and fashion designer daredevilry decrees I'm free to dance every day, celebrating rich everyday experiences my way. That's something else that really, really makes life easier. You can make rhymes because you make rhymes a game. You can open up your gamer's gumption with rhymes, a chime, my prime time, trends setting, ingenuity, mystically, and energizes my wise way of life. As an empowered, if you color the scenarios of your daily life, it opens up to a proactive and interactive, uh, inspired choices in your life. Choices are canonized, harmonized, optimistic internal celebrations every day, streaming, enterprising intuition for me to rise, shine, expand, energize, and expand through life with ease. It's one thing I really open up to: expand through life with ease. Our thinking, knowing mind makes it hard. We make our life hard. That's not right, but it does. We make our own lives hard by trying to think and know our way through life. Listen, you glisten and glisten, riding the liminal carpet glide just to glide through life, generating love, invigorating daily experiences with ease. But the more you think and know, I know for me, that's going to be hard. I don't want to do that. Life's easy. My thinking, knowing mind and all my internal funky gunk from yesterday makes my world hard. So now I listen with ease, appeases my adventurous ardor to soar over my life with a mystical wand that I go, abracadabra, you're gone. Abracadabra, my desired lifestyle is here in a bold, bright way. But it's breaking the cycle to liberate yourself from the victim programming that's been installed in us unknowingly since the beginning of time. Because we're always looking for somebody to blame. I know I was. Now it's easier to just say, I did it. But see, that's the thing. When we come upon a challenge, chaos, any kind of catastrophe, controversy, adversity, oh my God, why is this happening to me? We go into the panic fanatic of, oh my God. We never take ourselves time to listen, witness, view, and observe. It's an awakening to liberate me from my overthinking, stinking mind. Whenever you use the mind, you're in a bind. Whenever you unwind the mind, you unleash your divine daredevilry to set yourself free from you. See, the thing about it is, we got to question everything we think and know, our beliefs, our opinions, viewpoints, to unlock a fresh foresight to light our light of life, to take flight, to feel love, invigorate genuine hellraiser's tenacity, to look life in the eye in a spry spiritual way. Spirit listens, ego thinks and knows in yesterday. So today, we unlock our yesterdays to enjoy today's trend-setting optimism. Because optimism is inside me, as everything else I think and know come from the outside. Optimism, wisdom, and that. Wisdom is from experiences. And your daily experiences will rise you out of yesterday like a rocket going to the moon, and will spoon your dreamer's dexterity today and every day in a bold, bright way. I am Robert Wilson, and I want to thank you for listening to 7 Ways Why Mindsets and Decisions Create Victim Programming. Thank you and good night.